freaks and germaphobes. Today I'm on location to clean another oven. This is not my oven. I know you guys think that, but actually my husband is such a clean freak that there is no way my oven ever gets dirty, or very little. So I look for dirty ovens to clean so I can show you if these methods work. I'm gonna put a link to my other very popular video about how to clean an oven with baking soda and vinegar. Look for that in the video description. But today we're gonna try a totally different way. One thing I didn't like about the baking soda method is it kind of makes a mess. Powder kind of gets everywhere. Regardless, if you have a very dirty oven, it can take hours. I have my workout gear on today because I am ready for a workout. But Marissa, whose oven this is, kind of threw me for a loop because I thought it was gonna be much dirtier. But let me just show you. She put this at the bottom of her oven, and so it's so much better. And I'm gonna put a link to an oven liner, or you can use, a simple pan like this underneath at the bottom of your oven to catch all the drips, spills, and messes, and save yourself hours and hours of cleaning. If you like to clean or you want to learn how to clean better, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. I'm not going to talk about the stove top today, but Marissa's been working on this project and I'm really impressed. We have another video that shows this method if you want to check that out. I'll also put that in the video description, but today we're only concerned with the inside of the oven. I know that you're gonna say, hey, this chemical way works, why don't you use your self-cleaning oven? The reason is self-cleaning ovens take hours, they produce a ton of heat, and it smells terrible. I know it's convenient, you can go ahead and use it. Maybe you don't have that feature. Also, the fumes of oven cleaner can be really, really strong and terrible. That's another reason you might be looking for a non-toxic oven cleaner or a way to clean it without those chemicals and those strong things. Now, this does involve some chemicals, I'm not gonna lie, but compared to those methods, it's much better. Plus, it's a lot cheaper. So let me tell you what you need to do. So we've already done this because you need to plan ahead with this method. Step 1, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Fahrenheit and boil or microwave some water. Step 2, turn off the oven and place the water on the bottom rack. Next, you're going to take a cup of ammonia and put it in an oven-safe bowl and put it above the water. And shut the oven. Turn off the oven, and you're going to let this sit for 6 to 8 hours. That's what I said, you need to plan ahead, because while you sleep or during that time, it's gonna do a lot of the work for you. At least that's the promise of this method. So many people swear by it. This one doesn't have an element in the bottom, which makes it super easy. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about ammonia. I know some of you are like, that is caustic, that is terrible, I hate ammonia. It's much better than the fumes you get from an oven cleaner. I'd much rather use ammonia. I expected when I opened this oven this morning, after it being sitting all night, I expected it to smell terrible. But guess what? When I walked in the house, I didn't smell ammonia. And when I opened the oven, I didn't smell any ammonia. So this is only a cup of ammonia, okay? And when you close it in the oven, you're gonna smell it when you dump it into the measuring cup. You're gonna smell it, but it doesn't permeate your house. It doesn't stay smelling strong. I just wanted to tell you that I'm not trying to kill you. And so this is natural dish soap. You can use Blue Dawn, which I forgot today or I would have brought it. So put in 2 teaspoons of Dawn or dishwashing soap. I'm just gonna eyeball this because this is the cleaning solution we're going to use on the oven. Next, I brought paper towels. Why? Because I like to use microfiber cloths. They don't have lint, they're absorbent, they just really clean well, but I don't want to ruin them. And if you have a really dirty oven, you're gonna have like black stuff on your microfiber cloths, and I would rather use paper towels for that and then use the microfiber cloths when I get down to the nitty-gritty details. Okay, my dream here is that I open this up and all I need to do is wipe off the grime. It just comes off and it's like a miracle, an oven miracle, but I don't know. So we're gonna check. I have this solution and now we're going to just work on the glass first. You guys, so many people online are like, this is a miracle, it just comes right off. And guess what? I don't believe it already. The edges are coming off better, the enamel part, but on the glass, it is definitely not the miracle that I hope for. I'm gonna have to use more elbow grease than I wanted to, but I want you guys to get an honest look at how much work this is and what it is. So that is already pretty dirty. So I'm gonna grab my paper towels because again, I really don't want to have really yucky water to keep changing. Yes, I'm lazy. I don't want to keep getting up. I don't know about you, but if you clean ovens very much, you get really tired. Your knees start hurting and you don't really want to keep getting up and down. It's kind of hard. And I also just want to finish as fast as possible. So yeah, I'm getting off a lot of stuff, but if you look at the glass, it needs a lot more scrubbing, a lot more work. So I do have something else that I'm going to try. I'm gonna give it another scrub. You know, I can't tell this is doing anything. Like, I notice where it's already pretty clean, it comes off easier. Like, not that bad. But then the places that have a lot more burnt on stuff, they are gonna take some work. If you have those bits and pieces that get stuck in here or the bottom, if I put my hand in here, there's like pieces of stuff that are in that crack. And that's a good place to put a vacuum cleaner in and just vacuum out. Got some grease here, and it's coming off really easily. The grease comes off easier than the actual, see, I'm making this really dirty, so let's just wipe this off. Maybe the people that are using this method already have a clean oven. It's just touch up. So I don't think it's worth the extra time to put this in overnight and do all this. But now I know, because I have read so many people on the internet saying this works amazing. So you guys chime in if you've done this and it worked for you, because I would not say this is a foolproof, easy method. I brought other cleaners just in case. And I'm gonna have to bring those out. Okay, I mean, it's better. The places, like I said, that aren't very bad look amazing. Like, look at this outside rim. I mean, that is shining already and it looks perfect. So it does work on, you know, minor things like your oven's not that bad. Yes, I can tell that it helps and works great. But on this stuff right here, you know, it's not coming up. I brought some Brillo pads and that's what I'm going to use next. I get these at the Dollar Tree. It is so cheap. There's 8 of them in this box for $1. So I can go through as many as I need. It was a great brand. Oh, and I can already tell it's working. It doesn't scratch. You do need to get it a little wet, but this is what we needed, you guys. And I'm gonna have to actually try, like, I'm gonna have to put some elbow grease into this, but at least it is coming up. This is like a steel wool pad. It already has soap in it. You can also use the other brands. There's one called SOS steel pads. You know, any of those will work. We just made it through, and I love the way I feel for you. Baby, you make me lose my mind like now I can just see kind of where I need to focus on. These are amazing, you guys. I mean, and you know what? This doesn't have to soak overnight. You don't have to do any prep. You know, just water and you're golden. Okay, let's see if it'll get this stuff off the corner, because see how that's burnt. And it's not grease. It's just kind of, it's on this corner too. So let's just concentrate on that for a moment, because I'm hoping this will get it out. One part is away. This one I'm very skeptical about. If Brillo pad gets this out, I'm gonna be so thrilled. But you know what? I think it is getting it out. I really do. And this will not scratch your oven. Okay, wow, you guys, it worked. Holy crap. Fully happy. Because this is live and I couldn't practice beforehand, you guys are learning along with me. Every time I clean an oven, I feel like I learned something new. Now, I wish there was a way to prevent messes on the glass. I almost wish ovens didn't have it. I bet I like to look in, but it just introduces a new surface to clean. These are crappy paper towels, just cheapo ones. Look at that. So the best way to prevent, and you know, she inherited this oven, it was already, you know, old and had lots of stains on it. But the best way to prevent that is right after you cook, do a wipe down while it's still fresh. Of course, wait for it to cool down. Don't do it while it's hot. Okay, you guys, this is like giving me some hope. and I feel like we can get this thing clean, because the next hard challenge we have is the sides and the back, and those are going to be a beast. But I don't mind working hard as long as it actually comes off. I don't want to work hard to have the oven not be clean, to look okay. I want it to look really good, the best I can get it. There is a joy and a satisfaction to working hard and having something work and look good at the end that makes it worth the work for me, because I actually don't love to clean. I actually don't like cleaning. I just like the benefits of cleaning. And the more I can prevent having to clean, and the less I have to clean, the better. But I actually enjoy a challenge too. Okay, I can see there's lots of stuff still on here. Gorilla pad to the rescue. Do you see anything, Parker, that I missed over there? Right there. Thanks. Can't see that from here, so. Okay, I think now we can probably rinse this. Where? Right there. Oh, that's a hard one. Is that helping?
I won't let go, even if I couldn't love you back. The same way you've been loved, let me always.
What? Is it coming out? It's gone? Great. Guys, it's shiny. I love it. Make sure you wear gloves. I forgot to say that, but I always wear gloves. You shouldn't clean anything that's dirty, or anything at all, really, without some gloves on. I usually get mine at the Dollar Tree because I lose them and I go through them so much. I just have lots of pair, but the Dollar Tree doesn't have the longer ones lately, and I lost my pair because I'm always transporting them places. If you guys want to get in between the glass, you can take this off, take this apart, open this part up, clean the glass on both sides, and then put it back together. And you can also completely remove this part and do a huge operation. I'm not going to do that today, but I want to tell you, if you want to, there is this vent, okay, right here. This one's huge. I actually love this oven for this reason. Is sometimes they're like compartmentalized, and they have like stoppers so you can't get things in here. But if you put a paint stick or something like that, a piece of wood with one of these cloths attached to it, like you can rubber band it on, you can stick it up in here. You can even see it coming through the glass, and you can try to clean it. It's not going to be perfect, but if you have like a stain in there that's really bugging you, or you just made, sometimes you can even get cleaner in there and you can see it and you need to get it out. So that is what you need to do. That's beyond the scope of this video. That would take a long time, and I just want to get most of the oven. I'm not even doing the racks today. I'm just going to do the main parts. I will have another video with the racks. That's going to be a next challenge to see how to best get those clean. Oh wow, you guys, I'm so pleased. Such a perfectionist. I want to get every last thing off. But you know, it pays off because look, it looks so beautiful. Oh, you guys, that is the payoff right there. So now we're going to move on, take out the racks. We're going to move on to the bottom and sides. By the way, if you do self-cleaning ovens, I made this mistake, and I have a really new oven actually. It's only 6 years old, and we kept it really clean, but we ruined the shine on our racks because we put them in the self-cleaning oven mode, and they don't belong in there. It takes the sheen off. We're actually going to get another one because we're remodeling in a couple months. Okay, now we're going to start at the top of the side and work our way down. Now this one I'm going to try to go a little faster on because I have another trick up my sleeve. Here's where I wish I had long gloves. You see how I have dirt? I got, you know, some stuff on my arm. I don't love doing that. Look how good that's looking already. I mean, that took me like 5 minutes. Now I can see where else I need to focus on here. So right here, I'm going to try my other trick. So I'm pulling out the pumice stone, and this is one of the most controversial cleaning tools, I think, because it can scratch surfaces. It's not supposed to, and you can't use it on everything. I have used it successfully on many ovens. So the trick to make sure is to keep this pumice stone wet, and the surface should be wet too. Parts. It sounds awful. You have to keep it wet, guys. That's a key. Details. Now this stuff, let's see. Yep, it is coming off, guys. Oops. Just keep dipping it in water. The great thing about these is they're a natural product. It is a really rock from lava, and it's very porous. And it's only like $2. Don't get the kind that you use for your calluses on your feet, guys. This is not a beauty one. Those are a lot harder. I actually watched a whole video on YouTube from another cleaner saying how bad these were and how you shouldn't use them unless you're trained to. But guess what, you guys, you just got trained. This is my microfiber cloth that I'm rinsing with. It's just dipped in regular water. I changed the water, you guys, and now just wiping this off. Now we're gonna do the other side. I do have one backup pumice stone if I need it, but I'm hoping that I can get by with one just because I don't have any more. And I buy them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the video description. And I sometimes can find them at my local like Walmart in the cleaning section, but lately it's been real hit and miss. So that's why I like to order a bunch of them at once on Amazon. And then you make sure you get the right ones if you're unfamiliar with them. Okay, this has some kind of stuff on the surface. I'm like on the bottom. I don't know what it is. It may not come up. We're gonna do our best. Next, I'm gonna teach a class called Bodybuilding for Cleaners. How to get really strong arms to scrub harder. Okay, we're gonna try the pumice stone on that last bit and see if we can get up that stuff because it's not coming up with the Brillo pad really. I actually think the bottom is damaged and the enamel's come off. So I don't know if this is going to help a lot. I'm gonna rinse the whole thing and call it good. Yeah, it didn't get as nice as I hoped. Okay, I just finished wiping this off. There's no white residue left behind. It's shiny, it looks awesome. There is some kind of problem, damage down here. And I want to point out one thing before we wrap up, and that is you should put the pan, don't put the pan down here. I don't want to have a person ask me how do I get foil off the bottom of my oven. You should put it on the rack to catch things. So the rack below, whatever you're cooking, your pies, your bread, whatever you're cooking in here. So my verdict is that I don't think you need to soak it overnight. I don't think that method works that great unless you don't have a very dirty oven. Maybe anything would work then, but I say some microfiber cloths and Brillo pads and a pumice stone is all you need. So this video took a different direction than I expected, but hey, I think it's been a little bit more than an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes or something to clean this, and I'm really happy with the results. It's shiny, it looks great. Okay, you guys. There we go.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won.
Okay guys, that's how you do it. I mean, that's my favorite method and not what I expected, but hopefully you learned something. I did. I always learn from every single cleaning job. I'll link to Diana's video about how to clean the stove top if you have grates in these kind of gas stoves. This method I just taught you will work on gas or electric. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who needs it, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.